I come to do stuff.
I see.
Yeah,
It's good to
every
have
now and
you.
then. Yeah.
It's good to have you. And then this morning we're joined by Mr. Kweku Ejay Fobi. Is that the name?
That's my name.
Great. He's a lecturer in English language and literature at the Valley View University, adjunct lecturer, University of Ghana, father of four poet authors.
No, I'm a father of
Of
four.
four, you are a
I'm
poet and you are an
Yes,
author.
because
Oh, I was going to say, hey. And then you have been teaching for 32 years.
Wow.
Both in Ghana and abroad.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
All right,
Diversity
you're
of
welcome.
opinion.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, Pakojo couldn't join us today, but Kweku is here this morning. And then I have Ariel, the wellness coach.
Thank you.
Ariel, one of these days we're going to have a whole wellness conversation.
I'm ever ready.
I will tell people your age and then how you're able to continue to look like this, like Miss Kwekwe, you know. And then we will have the conversation on wellness, you know, it's important. Nicolina.
Yes.
Nicolina is a mother. She's into all kinds of things, and she's a big woman when it comes to insurance as well.
Please, I beg you.
And
My
Safam
mom
on
is
Zoom.
listening.
Safam is a parent and she loves teaching as well. And she's so passionate when it comes to these things, you know. Good to have you. Great. So let's get into the conversation. Ariel was wondering what my first question is going to be. And then she said she was reading. I'm wondering what
I have
for
been doing
such
some
conversations,
readings too.
what would you even read? You know, then maybe unless you read my mind, because the questions are on my mind.
I just said to myself, Adam Crowd, you know the best start here. And I just stopped. I was like, she's going to start from somewhere you never expected to start from. So
No, I am actually going to start very simply to find out. So, at what age, really,
Yes,
do we begin to relax into that kind of thing? As in, okay, I have said, we've been talking about it.
Yeah.
Hold on, don't do it, there's time for it, and all. But yes, the time for it will have to come somehow, and
Yeah.
the time will
Has
have
come.
to, will have to, you know, start. We have to start from somewhere.
Exactly.
So where do we start from? How do you even realize that, some way somehow, even without them telling you, you realize that okay, they could be doing A, B, C, D,
Yeah.
and then you begin to now not tell them no, don't go into it,
Yeah.
but start having the conversation like, oh, okay, it's okay, you're feeling this way. And how do, at what age, and what do you see for you to begin that, Ariel?
oh, you started with me again.
Ladies first.
Okay.
Flow.
It's
The men
an
before.
interesting conversation. And I mean, so as I said, I was reading. I like reading and researching. So it's something I do almost every week. I mean, I research a lot because I like to have diverse understanding of subjects.
Great.
And one thing that came up for me when I was reading about this is there's no right age to start talking about your children, about sex, or having the conversation. And what struck me in what I was reading was the fact that even their reproductive organs, we give them some slangs, and that affects children's confidence about their reproductive organ and prevent them from talking to us about even when somebody has touched those parts or done something to them. So there's no wrong or right age. Even from toddler age, you can start talking to them about the anatomy of their body and tell them the right name of their reproductive organs instead of using the slangs.
Okay.
So you can start as early as toddler by letting them know what their reproductive organs are. That this is called this is your hand, this is, so they know. Now, as they age, definitely they will start growing, and the world is so open now. As a parent, you need to look out for changes in your children. But conversation about sex should be ongoing. It shouldn't be placed or wait till they are in their teen ages before you start. I for one started asking my kid when they in a particular conversation, I'm like, "Is he your boyfriend?" It's like, "Ah, mommy, stop," you know. So it was an ongoing conversation for me when they were even in primary school. I didn't get the chance to do the talking about the body parts and tell them about puberty and all that. So, but the subject of relationship, the boy girl thing, it's always been active. And this is because I realize the TV shows they watch are always showing relationship between a man and a woman.
And they're excited about those ones.
And they are watching. And as a parent, you should know how you're bringing up your children. I brought up my children very open, very outgoing. So I know they were seeing a lot of things that if they were not brought up the way I was bringing them up, they wouldn't. Now, I didn't put what the family child lock code on DSTV. So I knew I'd made a mistake there. They might have watched movies that they shouldn't have watched. So I didn't limit what they know. I got the awareness that they know more than I think they know. So the conversation started very early for me with my daughter. So before she was even in senior high, I do ask her, is he your boyfriend? Who is your friend? I make up that conversation. So when she got to senior high, there were things she was able to open up to tell me because it was an ongoing conversation. So as a parent, you need to know what you've exposed your child to, how you are bringing them up. It will be different for every home because parenting is a very personal thing. So if you know your children are not exposed to certain things, you can plan when you want to have it with them, but it shouldn't be something you wait till they are very old in their 18 years before, their teen years before. It should be an ongoing conversation because they are hearing it from their friends already. I mean, they are watching things already. The phone is there. The internet is there.
Okay.
They are seeing Kardashian.
I want us to get into it quickly. So we've gone through all the stage, but I am still very interested in what age do we begin to permit those? Yeah,
Okay.
you've had
To
all the
permit.
conversations. Yes, to permit that. Oh, they are able to start keeping a special friend,
Okay.
probably leading into something. At what age is it permissible?
I permit my daughter after senior high.
Okay.
Yes, that and I know when she's going out with someone. When she's going out with her girlfriends, I know. When she's going on a date, I know. And she sends me pictures. We keep interactive and all that. So after senior high, when she was in senior high, I've been having the conversation ongoing from junior high.
So how did she tell you that she was? I mean, they talk about
She was dating.
liking somebody.
Okay.
I hear that one.
How did she tell me she was liking someone? Okay, I think I asked her who is this person that you are going out with?
Because you noticed
because
she was
I
close to the
noticed she was
person.
close to the person.
Okay.
I like knowing about her friends, so I know all her friends,
Great.
all of them, including even the boys. I know them all. And one time, I mean, one of the male friends who she was very close to became not too good an influence. I mean, I supported both of them to guide them in how they should direct their interest on what they were
see.
doing wrong. Yeah. So getting closer to your children is key. It's very, very important. No matter what it is, it helps. And it gives them confidence to come to you. So she said, I'm going out with this person. I said, why is he the one you're going out with?
Okay.
And she said, I like him. He's my friend. I said, oh,
And this
okay.
was like what, 17?
Yes, this was like 17, yes.
Okay.
This was like 17. And she said, yeah, he's my friend. I like him. I said, okay, be careful. You know the things you're not supposed to do now because you're still schooling. So I talked to them. You know you don't want to get pregnant now because you're still having to continue your education. For a boy, it's easy to continue. But for a woman, for a girl, you can easily fall out of school if you don't become careful. So these are things I've mentioned it to her. And when we started this conversation, I made a comment and I asked her a question. And she was like, as a Christian, we are not supposed to do this. But even if the world says you can do this, as a Christian, we are not supposed to. So I know her Christian values are standing up for her as well. Because we
And
have
those will guide
conversation and
her.
that will guide her. So
see.
it's more of you parents knowing your children, how you are bringing them up. If you are negligible parenting, then you know that then it's something they're doing, but they won't tell you. If you're permissible and you let them do everything, then they've also done it. If you're authoritarian, then they'll hide it. And if you're authoritative and they have friendship, conversations with you, you are likely to know, and they will delay because they know you're not suppressing them from doing it. The suppression and trying to take it away from them and their friends talking to them about it rather makes them feel they are delaying, they are getting late. But when the conversation is ongoing, they are not rushing.
Great. So far, what I have picked, I mean, from everything Ariel's been talking about, she stressed on the conversations we have had earlier, 2 weeks ago, about getting close to your children, making sure you have a relationship with them and all that. And then it progresses. Because you have that relationship with them, it's very easy to start opening up on these things. You talk about them, and the conversations, as she said, will have to be age appropriate. Okay, so there's a certain age that you start talking to them about the body parts, about this, and then it's progressing as they are growing. And sometimes our guide as parents will be the questions they also come to ask you
Yes,
because of
yes,
the relationship
questions, yes.
you have. So when they ask you those questions, then you're able to build on them. And then you still have to keep your eyes on them. She talked about age 17, that may be appropriate. After secondary school, she thinks it is permissible to allow the I'm going on a date, my friend. She also talked about the fact that the values you instill in them are very important. She instilled Christian values in her children. So even when the girl was ready and started going on dates, she knew that there were boundaries as a Christian that she had to keep. And so that also serves as some protection for you, the parents, and also for the child. Good tips right there.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Kuku. Hi. Are your children teenagers too, or they have gone past
my
the
last
teenage?
one is a teen. My last
Okay.
one is 15.
All right. And the other ones are older.
Yeah.
Great. So you have been through it all.
Yeah,
Are
my
they-
granddad.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we won't
We'll be
go that
teaching the
far.
granny.
We will talk about the 15-year-old and then maybe how the others got into the teen age and you handled, that age.
It's not easy, especially when I wasn't living with them from the beginning.
Oh, wow.
They lived with their mom back in Takoradi, and I lived in Accra.
I see.
By the point I moved them to live with them because
Or you moved in.
I moved them.
Okay.
I brought the children to join me
Great.
because my daddy and I were very close, so I wanted to be close to my children too.
As well.
So I brought them over so that they stayed with me, and I do anything. I cook, I do everything.
Wow.
Nobody ever does those things for me.
Interesting.
So when they came, the big ones were quite of age, and I had to manage. You see, for me, how I did it was simply it's like screws. I had them tightened, and then I was loosening them gradually. Because I'm a teacher all my life. And I know there are times when students start doing the hanky-panky, and then you have to be careful how you do it if you push them. The fact of the matter is that the Akans have a proverb that se wo ba bone da usu ni mbayen.
Okay.
Yeah, if you've not produced a bad child, you think you're always a
Literally.
good parent.
Yeah.
Some of them can be actually out of control.
Oh.
And not because their parents aren't good, not because they are not instilling those things in them, but some of them are just too difficult. I taught my children at the JHS level. I moved from the university to teach my children because I was interested in that. So I was actually teaching them at the JHS level in their school.
see.
Yeah. And there was a boy completely out of control. Even at JHS, he was doing drugs.
Wow.
Yeah. So you had to make sure that you talk to because that boy, I was actually afraid of him. No, physically, I mean, anybody who does drugs,
Yeah.
they have kind of bravado. They can do anything. So I had to talk to my son especially, I have a boy and 3 girls. So I had to talk to my son especially and tell him that, look, keep your distance from this guy because of A, B, C, D. There are times you make your own choices. At that time, I won't be there. But for now, please. He wasn't his friend anyway, but I just wanted him to stay away. And then when it came to those things,
But was it such that, I'm interested in this child, was it such that nobody could talk to him at all? Were his parents ever invited into this?
yeah, I spoke to his father. His
Because at
father was a
JHS, we're
former
looking at
IGP.
13, right? 11, 13, thereabouts.
I think he was bigger than that.
Oh, he was.
Yes, you know, some of those problem children are moved from one school to the other.
Other.
And his father was a former IGP, a whole inspector general. And I think maybe they might have pushed him a bit too hard because I'm sure he might have been slapped around quite often
Yeah.
to the point where he's developed that kind of resistance.
Tends to it.
Yes, and so I spoke with his dad when he was alive at that time about him, and he gave me a whole lot of issues
About him.
how they've tried over the years. I don't know where they went wrong. Sometimes I'm afraid to even blame parents, though as a parent I know that sometimes we take
It's
part
our
in the blame.
fault.
Yeah, it's not easy. And so when this man told me, the man was virtually crying.
Oh.
And a year after that boy finished school, I met him somewhere at a club at East Legon, smoking, and his company told you where he was. When I saw him, I tried to ignore him. Because for anybody you tried bringing up, and when you were at a point hard on, when they're off your authority, they can be very rebellious. So I just kept a distance. So
You have an idea how he's turned out now?
I don't have an idea. The last time I asked some of my colleague teachers at that point, nobody seems to know where he is.
Oh.
Yes, I pray that he gets well because
Exactly.
when I was at Aquinas,
I
St.
was
Thomas
going to say we
Aquinas,
pray it is well with him.
yeah, there was a boy. I mean, he could pass through the aisle and people's calculators got missing.
Wow.
He would do anything to steal. And look, he did so many bad things. One day I said something maybe I regret now. I told him, look, if you don't stop what you're doing and you keep it on like this, one day you'll pick your body from a gutter. And then whilst I was still at Aquinas, I was studying for my master's degree. So after that, I went to the university to teach, and I was at Legon. One day, Legon Hall had their hall week. I went there, and the students saw me. They came, they mobbed me, my old students. But I was hard. I could punch some of the students. Yeah, I must confess.
Wow.
And my dear, if you teach in a boys' school, if you don't take care, you lose your life first. They threaten to rape teachers and this.
One day we will have that kind of conversation.
Bring me on. I'm happy. And the boy said, one boy said, "Sir, your mouth is not good." I'm just quoting him. Your mouth is not good.
Wanunya.
Uh-huh.
Transliteration.
Yeah. Direct translation. I said, why? And he mentioned the boy's name. I said, what happened to him? He said, he's dead. And I said, what happened to him? And he said, sir, his body was found in a gutter.
Oh my God.
Giant. I mean, he had gangs from Nima who
Yeah.
come, just wait behind the gate, the wall at
For
Aquinas. And then he pass on the things he steal to them.
Going to see.
So he joined them after school.
And that was it.
He was there in about 2 years.
I see.
It's
So how let's get back into
Yeah.
how you introduced your children into relationship. Looking at all the things you had seen. Did you have daughters?
I have three
Three
daughters.
daughters.
I see. 3 girls.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at, I mean, you've been in boys' school, their lifestyle and all that, but obviously you knew there were some very good and responsible ones as well. How did you relax your daughters into relationships?
It was
And at
hard
what
because
age?
I failed in the first one completely. Because I wasn't married to her mom, she had to stay with my big sister at a point, and then my big sister passed. And when my big sister passed, she had to stay with my little sister who worked at a hotel and could come home as late as 11. One day I went to her room and found a boy with her,
At what age?
like 16. And 17, she was pregnant.
Okay.
So
This is so practical.
Yeah.
Very.
So I was, look, I cried. I spoke with her and I cried because I told her, you have taken so much out of me emotionally. I'm very emotional. I pour my emotions into poetry. I lost my mom. My mom is at the mortuary now. I've written about 30 poems about her.
I'd love to read your poems.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I'll give you one or two before I leave.
Yeah.
And then I was worried that this is my first girl. I carried her around my neck. When she was born and named after my mom, I was on top of the world.
Oh.
Yeah, I felt good. Though I couldn't tell my mom that I had impregnated somebody, I could tell my dad. So my dad and I were close. I went to my father and I was 26.
Oh, but
You
26.
were grown.
And I was teaching.
Yeah, you had a job.
But you see, I knew how my mom would react.
Exactly.
So I went to my dad and told him that this is what has happened. And he went into the room and had a conversation with my mom. I heard my mom say, so what have you told the boy? He said, he's no longer a boy. So there's a little banter between them. So that girl still means a lot to me. She's my first seed and I cherish her. Now, after 4 children, she had a set of twins.
The
last
first one?
No, the last one. They're about 6 years old. She comes to me, talks to me, cries, and I had to comfort her. Do I end up crying with her?
So let me just be curious a bit.
Yeah.
After the first one, after she was pregnant with the first child, what did you do? How did you support her?
I virtually did no support.
You didn't.
I still can't even recognize the boy, though he's from my hometown. So she went to my hometown with my mom and got pregnant there.
Again, for the second time?
No, that's the first
That's the
one.
first one.
Oh.
And it was difficult for me.
Why didn't you support her? Is it because you were disappointed?
I was disappointed.
Because
I was
I am
angry.
also this is like, I'm just looking at the conversation we had last
Last
week,
week. Yeah.
and this is so practical. Looking at the fact that, and you admitted that you didn't do so well with her because you weren't married to her mother. You also had her out of wedlock, right?
Yeah.
And then she grew up with your sister. Your sister had passed. She went on to live with your younger sister. You weren't there. And then she made this mistake. So why were you so disappointed in her?
I was, because we were almost always in touch. No, I was talking to her. There were times, there was a day I sat there and said, my dear, look, your father teaches at the university. Hold on. When you enter university, you know this thing about Ghana, you get pregnant and it's like you can't be in school again, which is something I'm so against, because it's not a crime.
Yeah, but I mean, you feel that's it.
Yeah, no, but yes, I failed.
Exactly.
No, I've admitted that. The point is that I had been talking to her so often. At the point I said, look, my dear, just warm yourself up into the university.
But you were supporting her. You were
Yes, I
paying her
was.
fees. I mean, she wasn't financially
Look, I'm
handicapped.
a
You were
teacher.
there.
Your fees, I have never paid part fees, even if it means me borrowing. Never. That's my priority.
Koko, I'll come back to you. Nicolina, this is the exact question I asked last week.
What do
You've
you
done
do?
everything
Yeah.
there is to do.
Yeah.
Everything. And then the child still fails you.
Yes.
Like he's saying.
Yeah.
Very emotional. I'll come back to you for us to finish that story. Very emotional and everything. But then the child, but we established that regardless. Have you forgiven her though?
Yes, I have.
And
She comes to me confessing, telling me all kinds of things, and we hug, we cry together.
how old is she now?
30.
She's 30
Yeah.
with 4 children.
Yeah,
Wow. Is she properly married now?
she is.
She's the same person?
No.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Hi. This is Home Affairs. We're live on Joy 99.7 FM and we are also on Joy Prime Television. We have been talking about schools, studies, sex, and beyond. Today we are dealing with the beyond.
The beyond.
Now, let me tell you about our Drive Safe campaign. We say that avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and your hands on the steering wheel. That's how you ensure safe arrival. And this is a campaign by Joy News and the Multimedia Group. And we are supported by Toyota Ghana Limited, Toyota Superior Quality. And Home Affairs is brought to us by Korba Payment App, Korba, our life simplified. Onga, Mama's Helping Hand, Kel Kit toothpaste for children between 2 and 6 years, a product from Samara Company Limited. Kel Kit's Happy Smile, and Amasha Partners Limited, your one-stop optical solution provider, and Fortune Rise, always on point, just like Mom. Hey, Fortune Rise, we're happy to have you back on the show. Let me tell you a little bit about Onga. Do you know about the new Delicious? Oh yes, Ongalicious is the new Delicious. Create those amazing moments with your favorite Onga seasoning. No matter your cooking experience, Onga is a delight to make great tasting meals in every home. Onga is convenient to use and brings out that great taste and aroma in your meals. Let's toast to the new Chicken Onga tablet with superior taste and comforting aroma for all your chicken meals. Mama's Helping Hand, Onga, proudly Ghanaian. Connect with us at Onga Ghana on Facebook, Instagram, and they say Twitter. And everyone can use Korba. It's got a payment channel for the big bosses, the market woman, the mechanic, the cocoa seller, and the small owner. I'll get to the point I like. So sit back, relax, and simply pay for your old students association deals and and contributions. Transfer funds across all bank accounts or mobile money wallets. Top up airtime and pay. And pay your insurance, TV subscription, utility bills, pay your school fees, and the part I like. Oh, you still don't know. 3 weeks. The watching.
Oh, you can pay with
Korba to pay
for
for
watching.
watching. So
It's
you
a
don't need
balanced
to
diet.
do all these and more on Korba and get a free life insurance cover with Prudential Life while you transact your business on Korba. Use Korba and enjoy life's little pleasures. Download Korba on Play Store, App Store, or via WhatsApp 0242426186 or simply *365# and follow the prompts. Korba, our lives simplified. Just like moms know what to do in every situation, you can trust any of the Fortune rice brands for all your rice meals for every occasion. It needs just a little water. Emphasis should be placed on this: a little water. The grains don't stick together and the aroma and taste are delicious. If you're thinking of cooking jollof, fried rice, rice balls, and any other rice dish, you can think about choose Fortune. We have Fortune Classic, that's the green one. The Fortune Delight, it's orange. And Fortune Delicious, that's the red pack. Get yours now and you won't regret it. We have it. Fortune Rice, always on point, just like Mom. And The Devil's Wife is showing again this weekend. The Devil's Wife.
We
The
should all
Devil's
go and
Wife. He'll kill you. Asafa, don't do it. He'll kill you. That's Daniela. So last week I watched it. I really don't have to read this. Last week I watched the play. You should go and watch My Daniela on Stage, The Devil's Wife. It's beautiful. It tells the story of Zoe, a beautiful rich. She has beautiful rich parents. She's a star in her own right. But three men who married her, they all died. And then this other man who wants to marry her, the Osofo. So one person must die, but who will it be? Is it Zoe or the Osofo? This is Uncle Lebo's latest. And last week I heard him say the reviews that have come in says that this is his best play so far.
Okay.
And I'm very happy that, my producer is in
the
there.
lead
Like,
role.
yeah.
But we should get to know her.
Yeah.
Last week we promised something. So.
She says she won't come. She says she warned me. Don't call me onto the stage.
She might
Please,
say
I don't
that.
want her to stop producing the show. So today, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., and then tomorrow, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. is 80 CDs. This is the last weekend. So if you missed it last week, this week, today, 4 and 8, tomorrow 4 and 8, you have the opportunity. Go and see it. For enquiries, you can call 050-55-46010 or you can WhatsApp 050-55-460 30, or simply email info@rivermanproductions.com. And the sponsors are Total Family Health Organization, Daffin Finance, GHQR powered by Ghana Interbank Payments and Settlement Systems Limited, Gives, Joy FM, Hits FM, Joy Prime TV, and Daily Guide newspaper. Get your Riverman tickets for The Devil's Wife now. Riverman Productions, be the difference. Now, let me come to Nicolina. You're here. Let me go to Safam on Zoom. Safam,
Yes, hello.
you've been writing notes. Please read out the things you have been writing.
How did you know?
I'm looking at you. What have you written down? You share with us first.
Yes, so when Olivia was making her submission, I had to jot down the parental styles she mentioned. And I think I have learned through that stages. And just to know that with the parental skills, you don't limit yourself to one style of parenting. It is more like a transformational parenting where, per the situations happening, you apply any of them at a point in time. And as the children grow up, and then another point I also picked up from Kweku was the he also mentioned something. So as the screw, loosening the screws as they grow.
Yeah.
So you have rules, but then as they grow, you loosen the screws, bits and pieces, just to trust them. And can I go on and make my so with everything we are talking about, dating with the definition comes with something sexual or romantic or intimate in nature. So from this part of our world, people will be wondering, why are we even discussing dating for teens and teenagers? Is it necessary? Are we not encouraging them to be sexually promiscuous or something like that? But far from it. So dating comes in you can have different kinds of dating. You can have casual dating, you can have blind dates, you can have group or social dating. So for this context, what we are interested in as parents is about casual dating, which happens a lot in our homes.
Yeah.
And when you mention the age, the appropriate age, for dating age, it is different for the genders.
Exactly.
For the girls, it starts from the ages sometimes 11, 12 to 13.
Yeah.
Yes. And for the boys, it starts from 13, 14, and 15. And it's not even a fixed.
Hold on. Safam, hold on.
Even
Casual
10
dating
now.
or whatever.
Yeah.
What will an 11-year-old be casual dating for? What will they be talking about?
So let me finish.
Like best friends.
So, and
She's
even
my
with
best friend.
the
That's how
ages,
they
it's
started.
different from one child to the other because they all have developmental milestones, different ones. You remember that I think the first week we mentioned something where at the teens, they take risky decisions, they make things because that is where the other part of their brain is developing. And that is where their secondary sex characteristics are also coming up. So they get confused, they compare themselves with others and they are wondering. So when I talk about casual dating, for example, they want to hang out with their friends,
And then
go
you
to the
don't
mall,
let them.
for movies, go to the public library, learn together,
Yeah.
birthday
Yeah.
parties.
Yeah.
They want to.
Yeah.
I have a practical example.
I
was
agree
here
to
when.
this, but 11.
Oh, but it's a reality, Adam.
Eh?
Yeah,
Even
it's
10
happening.
years.
Allow you to
And-
go to
and-
the mall and
Yeah.
go and watch movies in
That is where your guidance comes in.
oh Nicolina Jai.
Reality.
Ayaka.
If we don't face it, let her finish. Because Adam,
please
shoot,
go on.
if we don't,
Okay. So what happens is that it will interest you that social workers, welfare, psychologists are so interested in teen dating because teen dating serves as a foundation or the core
For marriage.
for a child's developmental
Yeah,
stages.
exactly.
Where it is where the virtues or the values of that child is formed.
Exactly.
So issues with self-respect, self-esteem,
Yeah.
commitment,
That's where it comes
and all these things are pruned or nurtured when it comes to dating. And teen dating also serves as the platform for what? A healthy adult relationships.
Yeah.
So if a child is in dating or a teen is dating and they are not comfortable with whoever they are dating, or there's a violent behavior and that child cannot stand up for him or herself and move out and continue with that, trust me, that child would exhibit the same kind of relationship or the same model
marriage.
when they grow up.
Yeah.
exactly.
I am not saying this.
Yeah.
Research, it has proven it. My daughter is getting to what, 14. She never told me that she was interested in somebody in her class. Because yes, that is why I was noting down this authoritarian and the parenting skills. Trust me, you know the way I speak, and I am very
To the core.
firm on certain things. But then as they grow, I realize that, hey, if I continue with that, I will lose them for not telling me certain
Yeah.
things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I need to slow down. I need to loosen the ties a bit. She wrote in her diary, and I chanced upon it, that she was interested in somebody in her class. That whatever, when she sees him and blah, 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 me say, hey, me woo,
That's very
sat
tough,
back.
eh?
I took her to school one day. So whilst we were going to school, I said, do you mind? I would want to meet the person that you are
So
having
like
that
it. So like
issue with. And you know what? When I met the guy, the resemblance was impeccable. The boy looks exactly like my daughter's,
So
my husband.
sometimes, Yes.
Okay.
The lips,
exactly.
everything.
Yeah,
So you could tell where that thing was coming from.
exactly. Exactly.
You could tell. So I met her. Oh, hi. Are you this? Okay. I am so and so. Lakisha's mother. Then she said, I know you. And they started laughing because I do have programs and activities with them. Then I said, okay, I understand. But what was coming up, or what she was expecting the boy to feel towards her was not coming through. So she was a bit disappointed. And she wrote in her diary that I don't know whether there's something wrong about me or whatever. So I need to sit her down and say, hey, you can like people. But the fact that you
to
don't
not
get
like
that
you.
person liking you back has got nothing to do with you not being sufficient or you not being more beautiful or kind or pleasant enough.
Enough. Yeah.
And she understood. How many months now? I asked her and said, oh, mommy, I've gone. I don't like that person anymore. And then I said, okay. Then I was there when I got a call from one of the parents telling me that, the daughter celebrated her birthday, but because of the examination week, they were not able to have a birthday party. That is for my second daughter. So she would like to invite my second daughter to the house for them to have lunch together and few friends. However, she is interested in inviting my first daughter over. So I paused. Then I'm like, but this is for the 11-year-olds. Then she giggled. Then later she said, okay, I need to tell you this. My son is in grade 9. I think grade 9 is GHS 3, right? They're about to write exams. And I noticed that he has been talking to your daughter of late. So, and he has said a lot about my daughter. And she would like my daughter to come to the house just for her. Then I said, okay, which is good. So I called them and I said, okay, you have a birthday lunch date. But funny enough, Lakisha has also been invited. Then I probed further, and they started laughing, meaning I was in the dark.
Exactly.
I didn't know that. Then she opened up and said, one of the days the boy came close to her and said, "I like you." And since then they've started talking. When they get to school, you ask, "How are you?" and other things. And I said, "Okay, but I hope you guys have not been." Then he says, no, mommy. I said, "Okay, there's nothing wrong with somebody liking you. Do you talk? Yeah. What do you do after school hours and you are still on campus? Where do you hang around?" He says, "We are at the canteen." The canteen is an open shed at that area. Then I said, "Okay," and all those things. So I sent them to the house myself. Then I said, "I am going to go with you because I also need to see the boy myself." Then I said, "I hope there are no funny businesses there." And when we were going, I had a flat tire or something on the way. So another parent picked them up. So when I went there, I'm sure they spoke. So when I went there, they were all started laughing. So I met the boy. So, "Oh, it is you." Then she says, "Yes, ma'am." Then I said, "Okay, I've heard a lot about you, but I hope you are behaving. How is studies and other things?" Do you know, since then, anytime I drop my daughter off at school, this boy will come to me, come to the car and greet me. This is not about us. So, but I expected, "Gentlemen, I hope you know the rules. There are boundaries you're not supposed to cross."
Children,
No, you can stop them.
So smart.
You see, she is not 15. She is yet to be 14. But when you see her, she has developed, her secondary sexual figures have developed so well. She has developed, she's assertive, she's open-minded and other things. So you could see that her stage or something like that has impacted on my second daughter. So we have open conversations and other things. Why am I saying this? These things are necessary for you to accept that it would happen. You said whether you like it or not. Some people's own would start late. Others would come earlier than you least expected. So as a parent, that is where the transformational parenting, and I'm taking the concept from management, where transformational manager or a leader knows what is happening and quickly moves in to put certain things in place. That is where a transformational parenting skills set in. So don't let me go too much into it. But these things are really, really important and they are happening. And you need to be there to support your child so that he or she will not commit certain mistakes. Because with these come advantages and disadvantages. The disadvantage is that when they are dating a violent person, they end up being violated sexually, character-wise, attitude. It can affect their self-esteem. It will make them make all kinds of sexual decisions and be promiscuous around without you knowing. So it is important that we set the pace right and know that dating starts on the right footing so that our kids will be saved instead of having to do house cleaning and following them around.
Thank you very much, Sefam. I dare say that this has been one of the best conversations I have had on Home Affairs so far in all the 8 to 9 years. It's been the best ever. Like, the insights are just, they're so revealing. And maybe for me, because I am getting there. You are not getting there. Whether I like it or not.
You will be there.
You are there. You are consoling yourself.
Because you are there. All of a sudden, right? You see the kind of clothes that people want to wear, and you want to pass comments and the struggle. They're looking at themselves a bit more in the mirror, a bit more concerned about the hair, a bit more. I am like, we're about going to school, and the concerns apart from the school and the books and everything, the other concerns are also very important. And you realize that gradually we're becoming very self-aware, and we're just growing. So me.
What's it?
We're taking a short break. We will be right back to hear from Nicolina before we wrap up.
Start your day with tasty and creamy Hollandia EVAP milk, fortified with vitamin B12 and calcium in a resealable pack. Hollandia EVAP milk, making your mornings better. Anopa ayede. This advert is FDA approved.
Adriane dede, ye ko shadia odianwa Onga chicken tablet. Aduane dede. Yeka shadi adiano ae. Onga chicken tablet. Why you me do? Why you me do? Why me do? Onga chicken tablet. Get this to me. Get this to me. Onga chicken tablet. Cook on who give me. Ediani yes weni. Onga dielele. Onga chicken tablet.
Introducing the new Onga Chicken Tablet. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Ophebia, did you brush your teeth before eating?
No, mommy. Anytime I use daddy's toothpaste, I get bruises in my mouth and sometimes I feel like vomiting.
That's not an excuse. As a child, you need to brush your teeth before you take your breakfast to avoid tartar and cavity, okay? And you, why are you laughing at your sister? Have you brushed your teeth?
Yes, Mom. I used the Kel Kids toothpaste you brought yesterday to brush my teeth.
Well done, darling. Kel Kids toothpaste is made for kids like you from 2 years to 6 years.
It was so sweet like strawberry. I even wanted to eat it, Mom.
No, you can't eat it. It's toothpaste, not toffee, okay? It's always advisable to give your kids Kel Kids toothpaste to brush their teeth. Kel Kids toothpaste strengthens teeth and prevents decay and cavities. As a mother, I always make sure my kids use Kel Kids toothpaste. Kel Kids toothpaste with strawberry flavor makes brushing exciting for our kids.
Kel, happy smart.
This advert is FDA approved.
Just like moms know what to do in every situation, you can trust Fortune Rice for all your rice meals. It needs just a little water. The grains don't stick and the aroma and taste are delicious.
Fortune Rice is all we need. Just like Mom.
Fortune Rice, always on point, just like Mom. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Mothers of Africa.
Mommy, my day in your one.
And what's the offer geisha semina subain? Gina hopinti na ko wenim. Mempaba, cause the one sabeka we need a swadi nina.
Mommy, Majina painting akomenim. Na machapa to say geisha semina.
Be strong and last.
Sankratwe FD Ajiatu.
Home Affairs on Joy 99.7 FM and also on Joy Prime. I am learning so much on this show today, and I mentioned before the break that for me it's been one of the best conversations ever because it's like what parenting 101. You don't get to read this in any book. We're sharing experiences, very practical experiences, and I'm very excited about it. I hope you listening out there, you are making notes as well. Let me just do a few birthday shouts before I totally forget. Said Kwame Boateng sends in a couple of them. Oh, SKB, I'm looking for your message. Oh, okay. So before then, there is another one. Okay, I will get into it. But Nicolina, let me come to you. We haven't heard from you today. How old are your teenagers?
Okay, so I have 16 and I have 18.
Oh, you two have crossed the line.
I mean it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What more do you have to add to what we've been talking about
honestly. So the diary issue, one day I chanced on why I like him. Yeah, and it spoke volumes. I got to know a few things, so we talked. And like the values I've been saying, my LOC, listen, observe, communicate. Once you're able to do that, you're able to unravel things quickly. And as you get feedback from your conversation, it helps get into. My is a bit tricky because the two talk more, and I get to know from one person, and I'm
It's a boy and a girl.
It's a boy and a girl. So they are talking, and I get to know about somebody's own from somebody else.
Yeah.
That is my situation, and because of that, I'm able to help. Now, as a parent, if you don't listen, you don't observe, and you don't communicate, you won't find out. So how did I chance on this diary why I like him? And at the age of 15, I found that. And it spoke volumes to me. I realized there was a gap that needed to be filled. And so I started working on it and talking. But the good thing is that at that point, we're crossing over to go into secondary school. So that helped the concentration. So we're able to quickly move to concentrate on getting the exams over and getting over it and getting into secondary school. And that was perfect. Now, but the other, my gentleman, all of a sudden I'm realized that, hey, okay, so I'm chatting and I get up and I go and talk and then I observe it and then something happens strangely. Whilst we were driving, Joy was playing very nice songs. And then I could see recording going, and then he will giggle. Apparently, he was sharing the music that was being played to friends. So a conversation started. Oh, okay. So this. So when am I getting to? In fact, about 3 months ago when they were home, this tracking and thing, I happened to talk to somebody, very lovely lady, and I said, wow. But you know what? We have to have a number so that's the casual dating, so that we can observe and then transition into a good relationship that if you want to narrow down at the university, you can narrow down. LOC, listen, observe, communicate. Adam, it is a reality. At age 8, they come and tell you that there's this girl I like in school. There's this boy I like in school. What will you do about it? It is a reality. We should not lose the fact that, yesterday somebody said, oh, and parents are not there. I'm not talking about quantity of time. I'm talking about quality of time. So from Osu to my house in Hacho, the kind of conversation we've had yesterday night with my boy, you have no idea. And the things I have heard, even the sister, you understand? So it helps you know how to handle them, their passions, their emotions. What makes one emotionally stable is different. Let's get to know this. Our children are not the same. Yeah. And like she said, Stefan said, their liking for the opposite sex will come at different stages and different times. If you don't observe, you will miss it. Now, even translates into how they handle themselves at home. Their siblings. You realize that if we make a mistake there, it goes into some relationship. My daughter cannot tolerate certain things. So I see in the relationship with her brother, and then I come in. And so I've been able to work on her. And it's because of that gap I saw in the diary that made me work on her. And she's grown into it. Look, I'm not ashamed to say this, that she got so annoyed and upset about somebody growing lightning for her that she raised the person up in annoyance. Yes. And you see, because of that, it helped me know who she
Even
is.
her temperament.
Her temperament. We lose sight of all these things. And then when they are going into it, have you watched Greenleaf before?
No.
Watch Greenleaf on Netflix.
I've
It's
heard
a
about
whole series, and it will teach you a lot.
parenting.
And when I noticed that they were watching it, I took interest. I started watching with them, and the lessons. When you watch movies with your children and they get to a point where they are kissing, please don't change the channel. Don't. Yesterday I heard a story. When the mother changed the channel, said, mommy, why are you doing it? You will see that they will be watching, and before you realize they're touching some parts. The boy was telling the mother this. And she got chills because that was a 14-year-old boy. That is the point you start doing some education. That is the point you start saying, okay, so this is it, but this is the way to go. And then the values you instill in them. Let me tell you, you may think they are not hearing, but if you really did a thorough work, And then you transit with them. Adam, transit with your children. Get to know what time is it. Look, sometimes they didn't know I had the Telegram. And so things, with the WhatsApp, WhatsApp, you could go off WhatsApp and you're still chatting. Look at where I am. Look at there. And then, so I called somebody on Telegram, say, mommy, are you here too?
You have become a monitoring spirit.
No, but I told them, I think I saw you online. You were supposed to be sleeping. You understand? Let them know that it's not wrong. Certain things are not wrong to be attracted to the opposite sex, but then they need to be in check. Know what to do at what time. You don't allow me, my daughter, I told her, what aketesia, yakata so, and I so certain parts are for you. Your body is for you. The boy, your body is for you. There's some places nobody touch. Somebody can hold your hand, but not your breast, not your private part. That is for you. And every time, and it's for a reserve for special things at certain stage in your life. Let them know the truth, because if you hide, they will find out. And if they find out, you will be getting to know too late, and you wouldn't like it. Adam, let's transit with our children and let us give them the guidelines. Listen to them, observe them, communicate. And I said communication is a two-way affair. So as you communicate with them, you get a feedback. Yesterday, I got to know those 3 young ladies, and I'm going to talk to them. So it's beautiful.
Great.
But then we transit gradually, and then when we get to where we have to get to, for me, I say, get to the university before we narrow to a serious relationship. And that is it.
Thank you very much. So the transition is very important. You have to observe, and then you grow with them. That's what she means by, transiting with them, grow with them. As they start changing from, one phase of their growth to the other. Once you're there, you will observe it. You said, well, you should listen,
observe,
and then you communicate. And that's how you do the transition effectively. Happy birthday to Dr. Sarah Akrofi Kwaku, Regina Mercy Atta, Wada, and Jude Amponsa Menu. These are dedications from Seth Kwame Boateng to you. And I have another one here that says, happy birthday to Della Amewude of Luxury Branding and Gifting. And this is from Nathaniel Atto to you. Happy birthday to all of you. And Nicolina, thank you very much. We've seen our food baskets, and God bless you very much. That's from Daniela and I to you. Now, your eyes deserve the best care and quality designer eyeglasses and Amasha. Your eye deserves the best care and quality designer eyeglasses, and Amasha Partners Limited has it all. At Amasha, in addition to general treatment, you can test your eyesight, purchase designer frames, lenses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and you can even consult an ophthalmologist. Locate them at 1 La Opposite Trade Fair, Spencer's adjacent ICGC before Community 18 Junction, Tema Community 1 Meridian Plaza, Kolebu opposite ECGC, and McCarthy Hills opposite Ben J Lodge, North Kaneshi Swan Lake opposite Greenhand Junction, Achimota First Floor, Densua Plaza, Takrade Axim Road, Ho opposite Housing Junction, Kumasi Airport Roundabout, Kufuridua Central Hospital Road. For all your eye care and challenges, contact Amasha Partners Limited on 0302939850 or 0303962226 and on 0235331662. Also follow them at Amasha Eye Care on Facebook and Instagram. One more time, do you know about the new Delicious? I am telling you about Ungalicious, and that's the new Delicious. Creates those amazing moments with your favorite Unga seasoning. No matter your cooking experience, Unga is a delight to make your meals taste even better at home. Unga is convenient to use and brings out that great taste and aroma in your meals. Let's toast to the new Unga chicken tablet with superior taste and comforting aroma for all your chicken meals. Mama's Helping Hand, Unga proudly Ghanaian. Connect with them at Unga Ghana on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And let me tell you one more time about the Fortune Rice. Just like moms know what to do in every situation, you can trust any of the Fortune Rice brands for all your rice meals for every occasion. It needs it needs just a little water. Emphasis on just a little water. The grains don't stick together, and aroma and taste are delicious. Yesterday, a friend was telling me, a male friend, can you imagine, was telling me how he likes his jollof. It should be 1-1. It should be this. Meanwhile, the person can't even boil an egg. If you're thinking of cooking jollof, fried rice, rice balls, and other rice dishes, you can think about choosing Fortune. We have the Fortune Classic. It comes in the green pack. The Delight is in the orange pack. The Fortune Delicious is in the red pack. So get yours now and you won't regret it. We have it. Fortune rice, always on point, just like mom. I have a lot of messages coming through.
Somebody wants this treated for 2-3 weeks because he says you cannot exhaust it. My sister Carol in that woman.
Carol,
I just read your message.
So good morning, Adam, and thank God for your life. It's a great conversation. Please ask your guest for me what is the difference between a boyfriend and a girlfriend and a male or a female friend. Ajaman Joseph, Community 9 Tema. Okay, let's take a few other messages. Adam, my son turns 14 tomorrow and my 11-year-old daughter has started menstruating and I am scared. Oh no, don't be scared. That one I have a lot of experience to share with you. I'll pick your number and we'll have a conversation. This one's this life has taught me parenting has no formula. The most important is you figure out what works for your family and stick to it. What will work in one's home might backfire in another's. That's very true. The home, school, society, friends, religion, and personal experience all come together to shape a child. My parents didn't beat around the bush. They always made us understand our generation and way of doing things is different, so we shouldn't bring any trouble and pregnancy home. They made us understand the merits and demerits of every action. Also, they gave room for mistakes, and that worked just fine. Know your home and how you go about it, and don't always follow the crowd. It might backfire. The youth is sexually active now, whether we like it or not. What is so bad about sex education? What is so bad about sex education? To tell the youth to abstain, but if they can't, they should protect themselves to prevent STDs and unwanted pregnancies. That's from Nana Kwesi. We can take about 2 more messages. And, okay, so I thought this was going to be the last conversation. But we'll do one last one. See, Kweku didn't finish sharing his story. So Kweku will come again next week. Kweku, we're meeting next week. Now, the other thing we want to find out is, see, you're doing all the guidance, the LOC, everything Safam talked about and everything. But what if they make mistakes? What if, I had a friend when I was doing my master's. She said that she told her daughters that you can do some of these things, right? But when you start kissing, you begin to have feelings that kissing alone cannot quench.
Yeah.
And then you may be craving for other things. So once we start chatting, we're sending music that's talking about love and blah, 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 and all that. They bring out some other emotions in you.
Exactly.
How do we handle those ones?
Yeah, very
and
important.
then when do we leave them? You transit from casual dating and then you know that, oh, this is it now, and you are into it. We'll end it there. And then, Kweku, I'd like you to tell us next week. Okay, so after that big mistake that impacted your daughter's life, how have you helped her through it? Now she's 30, she's married, she has a kid. What lessons, from your point of view, is she, carrying with her to also bring her children up? So we'll conclude on that next week. We will definitely finish next
That'll
week.
be fine.
My name is Adam Knight. I have been here with Ariel, the wellness coach, Nicolina, and then Kweku joined us today. Safam has been on Zoom.
Happy birthday
next
to
week,
somebody for me.
who's the person?
Franklin Bena.
Okay, Franklin, happy birthday to you. We're actually off now. So see you next week, Saturday, for the final conversation on schools, studies, sex, and beyond. Enjoy the weekend.
We need to help them discover themselves. And I think that if we help them discover themselves as such a big mistake, they will come. Those who want to go back to school will go back to school. Those who want to go into something, but they would have discovered themselves. If we don't help them in that stage or through that stage,
Roverman goes back to the theater in partnership with National Theatre and Joy FM. Roverman Productions presents Devil's Wife.
So for the last time, Zoe, will you marry me?
Why? No, it's not possible. It must not be.
Miss Bedu, I love you. I love you, Zoe.
No, Zoe. No, please.
Will you marry me?
No, Asafu, he'll kill you. You'll die.
Wait, who is he? Tell me.
I don't know.
Zoe, don't hold back now.
I said I don't know.
Devil's Wife shows at the National Theatre on September 11th and 12th. Time 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day. Rates 80 Ghana cedis. Tickets available at *713 *5 *5 hash and at Joy FM, Shell Shops at Airport, Tama Community 11 and Dansuman, Hacho and Bachuna Total, Frankie's, Osu and all usual outlets. Sponsors Dolphin Finance, GHQR by Gibbs and Total Family Health Organization.
My Daisy copies everything I do.
I do everything my mommy does.
She copies the way I dress up.
I dress like her.
She copies the way I work.
I do my homework like her.
She even copies the way I talk. Hey, Daisy. That's why I know that to give her a better life, I must do better myself. So when I'm drinking my better malt, she always makes sure she has hers in hand as well. Mummy's happy and Daisy's happy too. Better malt. Be better every day. This advert is FDA approved.
Did you know that cloth handkerchief gets dirty after wiping your sweat or blowing your nose with it? Keeping a dirty handkerchief in your pocket or bag is very unhygienic. Reusing it can make you sick from germs. That is why you must use Flora disposable handkerchief. It is thick, very absorbent and disposable, making it a hygienic option for everyone. A pack of 10 tissues fits in your pocket or bag. Also, look out for Flora toilet roll, Flora multi-purpose paper towels, Flora table napkins and Flora box tissues in a shop near you. For bulk purchases, call Delta Paper Mill on 0243 033 033.
Hello. Oh, Charlie, how be? Bro, I need some help. Right, did my money all finished. And month no end, so I make hot pass. I fit see some small loan for your side, I bet.
Oh, bro, Charlie, I make hot pass you. My landlord today can't take your rent.
Oh, Charlie. All right, you make a call another person. Hello. Oh, Charlie, I need some help. Right, did my money all finished. And month no end, so I make hot pass. So you see, I feel. Oh.
The number you are trying to reach is not available. Please call back later.
Hey, Adane. Kelvin. Yes. You make hot. Charlie. Rough. So make today payday with Cowbank Salary Advance. Get an advance of up to 80% of your net monthly salary before payday. Just visit the nearest Cowbank branch or you can call our toll-free number on 0800 500 500 to find out how you can apply today.
Cowbank, forward together.
J is the joy that I give you every day. Oh, it's for on. Cause every time I hear the joy in there. Why is for yeah. Cause every time I hear joy, I say every time I hear the joy, I don't wanna turn off my radio. Every time I hear the joy, I don't want every time I hear the joy, I don't want to turn on. Every time I hear the joy, I don't want to turn on. Hello, this is Morris, and I say keep on listening to George 99.7 FM. Weekend City Show.
Name 5 pets.
Meow. Meow.
Chai.
Woo woo. Woo woo woo.
God have mercy upon us.
Moon.
Jesus is Lord.
Meh. 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 Meh.
You are a goat.
So what's your favorite pet?
Meow. Meow.
Name 5 pets.
President.
Hey!
Close up. Colgate. And yes.
Hey, you shut your face!
Which one is your favorite pet?
President.
I cannot believe my eyes.
So, smile for the camera.
Close your brown teeth.
So did you use a pet this morning?
I used it this morning.
Shut up!
Name 5 pets.
Dog, cat, parrot. Some people take rabbits as pets.
It's true.
Some also take snakes. Some of the Asian people use snakes as pets. So,
What are pets?
for my own understanding, they are animals. Oh yeah. Who we pick as best friends or keep us company when we are lonely sometimes.
Name 5 pets.
Termites. Hello. Joseph Fry. Joseph Fry.
Excuse me. What is your favorite pet?
Look at this. Termites.
Are you serious? Like serious? Like really serious?
Name 5 pets.
Mosquito. Housefly. Cockroach. Mouse.
It's a big remainder one.
Remainder 1.
Ants.
You will end up in McDonald's.
What are pets?
Pets. They are animals that worries has at home.
Name 5 pets.
Toyota.
Jesus!
Kia. Taxi.
Oh my God.
What is your favorite pet?
Toyota.
Jesus!
Toyota.
Name 5 pets.
Dog, cat, monkey, parrot.
Name 5 pets.
It's about to go down. Oh, one is Australia, Nigeria, Ghana,
Jesus!
South Africa.
What?
South Africa.
What pets are we in right now?
Oh, we are in Ghana.
Hey! Nkata Toge!
We are in Ghana. And who is the president of this pet?
Yeah. Oh, Nana Akufo-Addo.
What is a pet?
Oh, a pet is a country that we all live.
Boy, if you don't
Name 5 pets.
shut up, everybody. Listen.
Meow. Meow. Woo woo. Woo woo. Meh.
What?
Meh. Meh. Meh.
Funke!
Like a goat.
Name 5 pets.
Pets. Okay, dog, cat, okay, parrot, monkey, mouse or mice. Some people can keep mouse as also a pet.
Okay, good.
So what is a pet?
Okay, a pet is an animal that you can keep or raw in the house and at least take as your friend or something like that.
Thank you very much.
Weekend City Show.
Where is heaven located?
Kaswa.
You are dreaming.
Where is hell located?
Hell. It's located in heaven.
What?
Located in heaven.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
How so?
Tell me. You pass heaven and you go to hell.
Okay, you're causing confusion. This is confusing.
And who is in charge of hell?
Oh, it's Jesus.
Jesus!
Jesus Christ are watching you.
So what is the distance between heaven and hell?
Oh, that one is 2 meters. Oh, that one is 2 meters.
Have you been to hell before?
That place is not my talent, so I don't go there.
God have mercy upon us.
Hell located. Hey, Papa say. Huh? Papa say.
Hey!
Who and who can you find in hell?
We see God and Lucifer.
Hey! No.
God and Lucifer. Both there.
Yeah.
You are talking blasphemy.
Who can you find in heaven?
I'm sure that is Moses.
Moses. Where is hell located?
Top. Heaven.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What is the distance between heaven and hell?
Oh, 5 kilometers.
Who is in charge of hell?
Michael Jackson.
Where is hell located?
Located in heaven. Heaven.
Hi, sign.
What is the distance between heaven and hell?
The distance between heaven and hell is like 25 kilometers.
Have you been to hell before?
Maybe this year.
So you go there.
Yeah.
This is the work of the devil.
Where is hell located?
Say, I'm from.
I'm from.
Shaggy.
And what is the distance between heaven and hell?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
50 kilometers.
Who is in charge of hell?
Canada, Japan.
Oh, no. Don't care about it.
How do you get to hell?
Oh, only God knows.
Yes!
Where is hell located?
Hell. Hell is located underground.
Is this true?
I don't know.
How are you going to locate hell?
Only Galamsey people can locate it.
Wow! If you go to hell, who and who are you going to see over there?
Who and who? Maybe I can see myself there. I can see you two there.
You can see me there.
Oh, yeah.
You go to heaven, who and who are you going to see there?
Oh, heaven. Jesus Christ.
Hallelujah.
Rosemont Brown.
Be steady.
Shatawale.
Hey, oh brother.
It's in heaven.
Yeah.